AT&T Stadium. Ahead will decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game, as we've got a great one in store between the Carolina Panthers and the Dallas Cowboys. The fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round. We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. On the return, Andre Roberts from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Mayfield knocks this forward. It's a jet sweep. Bulldozes. Oh, and now some space to operate. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 18. It's a Carolina first down.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively, because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move it back in the back.
Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. Micah Parsons. He brought the pressure on the blitz, and he gets there for a loss of 12. Throwing on second and long. Mayfield. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
On third down, Mayfield. And he'll go right back to Thomas, complete again. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. A first down throw for Mayfield. And Thomas has it. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down. Mayfield looks to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. I think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. To throw again on second down. Mayfield eluding the pressure right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game. Watching him try to take away that area of the field.
Here's Mayfield. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. Takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Extra point tacked on by Lambo, and that makes the score 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Here's Roberts to bring it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Throw left side to Higgins. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Mayfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys are going to have it here just past the 25. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On play action, Prescott. Got an open man, it's Michael Gallup. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
46.
The slot man in motion right.
47. Hey, kill. 47.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Prescott. Quick hitter here, it's complete. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
On 3rd down, it's Pollard, and he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. To throw is Prescott. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
To try again after the sack, Prescott. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive.
46. Hey, kill. We got 46. We got 47.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open man Lamb. It's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That's good for a first down. Here's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch in the playoffs. They'll try the right side with Elliott. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 32 yards. And the Cowboys go up by 2 touchdowns. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here's Roberts to bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
That's caught. It's McCaffrey again. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 13 yards, first down, Panthers.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you're doing like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Mayfield to throw it. And this one too low.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
And that's complete to McCaffrey. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 32-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw, Mayfield. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Mayfield now. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put in.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Pass complete. Now race for the marker. And he will be out of bounds well shy of the marker. So that's a turnover on downs. Great job defensively. That was a long attempt to begin with, so the fake you might have known was somewhat of a possibility. Credit to the defense, though. They weren't fooled.
You're right, they weren't fooled. And they were in a position of having to play it both ways. Guard for the fake, but you still want to rush the kicker because it was a makeable kick. So they ended up getting the best out of the whole thing. Stuffed the fake, and they take over the ball.
And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Looking to throw on second down. Prescott. They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to have it here just past the 25.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that could save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. He's got a man, complete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. On first and 10, Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Throwing again on second and 10. Mayfield. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And Mayfield again with the interception, his third. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Final 12 seconds of the half now, as they've got it first and 10. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag.
We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field.
Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up first and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Final play of the half, Mayfield. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup, as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. Fielded right around the 8. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the running a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down.
47. We're going to 53. Hey, 47.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Well, they only needed a small gain on third down. They end up getting over 30 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Running the jet sweep as Prescott bats it forward. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. From the red zone now, Prescott. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
The kick by Lambeau is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
Mayfield and the Panthers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. Shreds him with his stiff arm. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
They go with the empty set there. 5 receivers in the formation. Normally, you want to have a running back in the block, but in this case, he's lined up to the right, and he ends up getting the football. A lot of confusion calls defensively, and it turns into a big play.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Mayfield with it once more. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11. Here's Johnny Hacker now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. Yeah, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. This is sort of what you would call the put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
A first down carry by Elliott. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On second and 11 now. Prescott, he's going to loft one deep left side here. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal. Running the jet sweep as Prescott backs it forward. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands. Come on.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal. Inside give to Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with his second touchdown of the night. And the Cowboys are moving closer to a date now in the NFC Championship game as they're able to extend this fourth-quarter lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. Here's Roberts to bring it out of the end zone. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. Following the interception, here's Prescott. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Shaq Thompson gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. Uses the stiff arm.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Up the middle, here's Elliott. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5. They go to Elliott again. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. The Cowboys on third down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Prescott. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Burns in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. And Lambeau will put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Last week in that wild card win, only 1 catch, and now he's got his first catch here, and it's good for a 1st down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He'll get this out right here to McCaffrey. And he'll take this forward for about 5 as we have come upon the 2-minute warning. And again, it's Mayfield. Over the middle, complete. That's Higgins. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Rashard Higgins, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Panthers are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Mayfield going to try to throw for the 2. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. From the shotgun again to Elliott. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Throwing here, Prescott. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down.
47. They were going 53. And 47.
Prescott now. Open man Lamb. It's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A gain of 22.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. 10th carry now for Elliott. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Running the jet sweep as Prescott bats it forward. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. Prescott to throw it. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. From 13 yards out. And the Cowboys continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Point after by Limbo, up and good. And the lead is now 24. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here's Roberts to bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They knew this would be tough. On the road, divisional round, and that is certain. Now Mayfield lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. Extra point tacked on by Limbo. And this one was over a while ago as he just added on to that big lead. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And Roberts choosing not to bring this one out. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. One last shot for Mayfield here. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. So they stay.